Okay, listen. Elon Musk is insanely rich. Like, money doesn't matter anymore rich. So obviously at some point he funds a bunch of scientists and goes, yeah, build me a time machine, not to fix history, not to save humanity, just because he can. And that alone should have been the warning sign. If Elon Musk is ever given a time machine, humanity does not advance. It enters permanent maintenance mode. Not because he's evil or malicious or anything. It's because he has this uncontrollable urge to optimize stuff that was working fine already. The second he steps out of the machine, history stops being history and starts acting like some unfinished app that needs updates every 5 minutes. His first stop is 1903. The Wright brothers have just achieved human flight. Huge moment. They're emotional. They're proud. This is literally the first time humans leave the ground. Elon watches silently for exactly 12 seconds and then goes, okay, but why are the wings like that? Within a week, airplanes now need user accounts. Pilots have to log in before flying. Flights are delayed. Because the plane needs an update, and Elon is standing there like, yeah, sorry guys. Gravity's being reworked for version 2. Next, he goes to ancient Rome. He looks at the Colosseum and immediately asks why it's wasting horizontal space. Like, bro, it's a circle. By sunset, the Colosseum has been turned into a massive vertical entertainment tower called Roma X. Gladiators are now content creators. Lions are CGI to cut costs. And spectators have to pay for Gladiator Plus to unlock the good fights. History still exists. It's just behind a paywall now. He briefly stops in ancient India, sees advanced mathematics, deep philosophy, and spiritual systems that are way ahead of their time. He nods respectfully, says wow, and then immediately tries to replace the guru system with online courses that require internet, which will not exist for another 2,000 years. He leaves behind a chalkboard with the word scalable written on it and dips. Then comes the Industrial Revolution. Elon sees steam engines everywhere and fully panics. They're loud, dirty, inefficient, and not electric. He shuts them all down and replaces factories with electric vehicles and machines that need charging stations, lithium, and global supply chains that do not exist yet. The past experiences its first economic collapse caused entirely by being too early. Elon just shrugs and says they'll figure it out. He jumps to the Middle Ages for like 5 minutes. He sees swords, calls them inefficient violence, and tries to introduce drones. Knights don't understand what's happening. Castles get hit from above. One knight somehow becomes a venture capitalist. Things get really bad when he reaches ancient Egypt. Elon looks at the pyramids and straight up refuses to believe humans built them without software. He redesigns them into triangular launch pads and says they were always meant to point towards Mars. Rockets start launching out of pyramids. Nobody knows why. Archaeologists in the future just give up. Then he makes the worst decision possible. Goes back to his own childhood. Elon gives his younger self advice. This creates 2 Elons. One tweets, the other replies. The timeline fractures instantly. Twitter gets invented 300 years early and is immediately unusable. Finally, Elon travels forward to see the future. He doesn't try to save it, he rebrands it. Climate change becomes Earth 2.0, early access. The oceans are still rising, but now they have a logo. Mars colonization is delayed again because the font doesn't feel ambitious enough. At this point, history is completely broken. The past is unstable. The future is paywalled. The present feels like it's buffering. Humanity is stuck in an endless loop of updates, patches, and things breaking that were working yesterday. So yeah, Elon Musk should never be given a time machine, because history is not a startup. Civilization is not a beta test. And humanity cannot survive another surprise update that nobody asked for.